Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. I hope all you moms had a wonderful weekend and got to spend time with your families and just relax and take it easy for the day and be appreciated. So this weekend the kids wanted to go to Sam's Club on Saturday to pick up some things that were needed, and I rode along and we had dinner, and then I was excited to go just to check out their supplies, to see if there were any shortages, see about the prices. And I was especially excited. There was one item that I wanted to go into the store to actually purchase. It was pineapple that is canned in coconut water, and it's in a glass jar, and it, for some reason, that just looks and sounds so delicious to me, and there's been a lot of people that said that it's really tasty. So of course we get in there, and that's the one thing, not really the only thing, but the one thing that I wanted that wasn't available. So I picked up a few items that were a good price and were good things to put on the shelf for storage, for prepping. And there was one item in particular that I picked up to add to preps, and I'll show you what it is. It's coffee filters. Now, of course, I'm a coffee drinker and I use coffee filters, but I didn't actually buy these just for using them to make coffee. Y'all already know that I don't buy paper towels anymore. They're so expensive. I just use tea towels, and if tea towels get stained, I use them for messier jobs, and then they get relegated to the rag bag and are used for the really messy stuff that I don't even worry about washing them. I just toss them. But they go through several turns through the kitchen and through the rag bag before they're ever thrown away, and that really saves me a lot of money on buying paper towels. But there's a few things that you can use these coffee filters for in the place of paper towels, and to be, some of those messy things that you can use and throw away. I use these when I fry foods and I want to drain them. Of course, I don't have paper towels. I don't really want to use my tea towels for that. So I'll lay out some coffee filters and it absorbs the grease right away. You can use them in the microwave over a bowl to prevent splatters, so that you're not having to get the vinegar and water out and clean up splatters all the time in your microwave. However, that solution that I showed you is a really simple way to clean the microwave, but we want to prevent it if we can at all possible prevent it. You can use these for little snack bowls for chips or popcorn. Give the kids some cookies to carry around. You could put a hot dog on this, or even a sandwich, instead of putting it on a paper plate. And paper products are getting expensive. This 700 coffee filters was a little bit over $4, and I didn't mind spending the $4 for something that is not that expensive and can be disposable. Now, there's other uses that you can use these for. You can clean your windows with these, spray your windows or your mirrors, and use a coffee filter or two to clean them, and they'll be lint-free. In the summertime, if you've got littles, you can take one of these coffee filters and turn it upside down and stick the popsicle stick through it, and let the kids eat their popsicle, and the drips stay on get absorbed onto the coffee filter and not all over their little hands and running down their arms. So when it comes to making broth and it's time to strain it, I'll take a strainer like this and I'll line it with coffee filters, and I'll strain the broth through there. When it catches all the little sediment and all the little pieces of bone and vegetables and herbs and spices that I don't want going into my bone broth. And then I can just simply throw those coffee filters away. Yes, you could do the same thing with a paper towel, but it's going to cost a whole lot less money using these coffee filters than it would those paper towels. One of my very favorite ways to use a coffee filter is when I'm planting containers. And if a pot, a flower pot, has holes in the bottom for drainage, Used to, I would go around and I would pick. My driveway is lined with gravel with chat, the bigger pieces, and I would go through and take some of those pieces and try to, build little moats, I guess, around those holes so that all of my dirt wouldn't fall out of the bottom of my flower pot, but that the water could still drain. Well, now I have decided to use coffee filters, and some of you may have already done this for years and years and years. And you can use a new coffee filter like this, 1 or 2 in the bottom of your flower pot, then put your dirt in on top of it and plant your flowers. The coffee filter will keep the dirt from coming out of the bottom of those holes, but it will allow the water to drain. That's not a long-term solution because this coffee filter is going to disintegrate. But from season to season, you need to change the dirt out of your containers, or at least dump it and clean your pots and revamp your dirt, get new dirt in there. So most usually this will last you, coffee filters will last you a season. Now, if you think that's wasteful, let me tell you another way that I save money. I take my coffee filters every morning, change my coffee filter out, and I could probably use it several times. I dump the coffee grounds and do whatever it is that I'm going to do with those. And then I rinse off the coffee filter and squeeze the water out of it and lay it up to dry. It's dry in just a little while. And I save those up. And then I can use those filters for anything that I would use the unused filters for. I can use the used filters for cleaning, or I can use them in the bottom of my pots, or whatever other reasons you might find to use coffee filters for. In my opinion, a coffee filter makes a great prepping item, something that's cheap, something that can be used and disposed of for pennies, rather than those paper towels that are getting way more expensive. Now, these coffee filters, you can, if you are one that stores your cast iron by stacking it, you can put coffee filters between your cast iron and it'll help keep them from rusting. If you're one that changes your dishes out for the seasons or for the holidays, then you can put these coffee filters between your dishes and help protect those. Now, it's not going to protect it if you haul off and kick the box of dishes and they go down a flight of stairs, not anything like that, but for a little added protection. So I'm sure that you guys have ideas too on how you can use coffee filters to save a little bit of money. Feel free to add your idea to the comments below. It might be kind of fun to have some new ideas on how to use plain old coffee filters. Well, this was a really short and simple little video today just to bring you another idea, help you save a little bit of money. And I wanted to make this video on the back porch. The flowers are in bloom and it's beginning to look really pretty, but it is so windy today. It is hot and humid. All that rain that we had last week is beginning to dry up. Still a little bit muddy to get out in the garden, but it's drying. We have temperatures in the 90s and the low 100s this week, and humid. So it has went from spring-like conditions, rainy conditions, to hot summertime conditions. I hope you guys are doing all right where you're at. Until next time, guys, this is Josie. I love you. I really do. Keep looking well to the ways of your household and coming up with ideas to save money. Feel free to share them. Until next time, guys, we're gone.